Hey babes, and welcome back to my channel where I always post consistently and I never miss a week of posting, and I am the most underrated YouTuber ever. That's a fact. It is what it is. My name is Soraya, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I've been doing my hair for the past month or so. It's kind of like a hybrid. I've got like 3 types of extensions in my hair, but it all works out for me, and I think this is a great method for people who have a lot of hair left over, or if you're someone who just kind of has like boxes and bags and bundles and bundles of hair, and you're not really sure what to do with it all. I think this might help you if you just have a lot of hair, or if you're trying to test out new styles and you're not really sure how to smush them all together. You might enjoy this video. Quick warning though, this video is super messy. I've tried filming this video 4 times, 5 maybe. I tried filming it a lot, and something was always happening. Either my camera was dying, I wasn't recording, the hair turned out questionable at best, or I just looked absolutely delirious and insane. Okay, another test. I look crazy. I look tired as hell. I look crazy as hell. Whatever it may be, it's a little bit of a messy video, so I'm gonna try my best and edit all the good pieces together and make it look as presentable as possible. I don't know what cricket is. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there was a cricket outside just jackhammering away. It is 1:25 p.m. in the afternoon. Make it make sense. But yeah, so what I have installed very quickly before we even get into the video, I have flat seamless clip-ins in the back of my hair. I have keratin tip infusions on the sides of my hair, and then at the very top I have tape and extension. So we're doing everything, all of it right now. So yeah, if you are interested in seeing how I make this cocktail hybrid of a hair extension, and you're just curious or you want to do it yourself, then keep on watching. Before we get into the video though, I do want to say that I will be having a Black Friday sale on my entire website for 30% off for the entire weekend of Black Friday, and I think leading into Cyber Monday I'll have like some unique specific items on sale. So if you've been looking at my hair, you've been interested in this hair, but it's always kind of just been out of your reach, now is the time to go ahead and grab some hair. Also, I do have Afterpay, and I want to say I have Klarna as well as the Shopify Shop Pay. So if you're looking to kind of do, you know, like have your hair now and kind of pay as you go, I do have those options available. You can just click them on the checkout link, and yeah, I will have my seamless clip-ins on there. I will most likely add some keratin tips, just a few, not a lot. I'll probably add a few short ones and a few long ones. And I also have my newest blonde kinky curly hair up there. If you haven't seen that hair, I'll drop it around here somewhere so you can check it out. Love it. I'm the only person on the market selling it. It's amazing. It's perfection. I love all the texture of it. It's just chef kiss. So yeah, if you are looking to grab some hair this Black Friday and you've had your eyes on some blonde hair that you can dye any color, now's your time, babe. Now's your time. So I think for like the first parts, I'm just gonna like keep the camera away. I don't know if you guys want me to move you in close, because where I do my stuff is actually really ugly. But I'll go over tools right now, and then I'll show you guys application, and then we'll finish the video with me styling my hair. So kind of structured, kind of messy though. Okay, so I'm using iTip. I made these with some leftover hair that I had at home. You can go ahead and get like professionally made keratin tips. If you do, I recommend getting the flat tips, which I'll throw up a picture here so you guys know what they look like. I recommend getting those because you can cut those into the shape that you need them to be, and they're pre-made, or you can make yours at home like I did with some leftover hair. The only thing you're gonna need is keratin beads. You can buy these on Amazon. I bought like a full, I think there was like 1,000 beads in here or something for like $5 to $10, something like that. And I also am using a super old flat iron. This is what I use to make the tips and to apply them to my head. So it's a 2-for-1. You can get the actual like fusion tool that they have online. I've definitely seen them, but I've seen really bad reviews about them as well. I've seen them like just not getting hot, not warming up, or breaking after a few uses. So it's up to you. I personally think that just using an old flat iron is better. So after you have made your keratin tip or you've bought it, the next thing you're going to need, and you absolutely need this, there's no way to get away from this, these are like little heat discs to protect your hair and protect your scalp when you're applying the keratin tip. You absolutely need these. They're pretty cheap. If you're handy, you can probably make this yourself with some thick plastic, but it also has to be like heat retardant in some way. So I bought these off of the hair shop. I went in person, bought them, but you can buy these online, probably get it to you like next day or in a few days. But you absolutely need these. I bought a few of these. I made the mistake of kind of flipping the sides over when I was applying them. Try your best not to do that. Always try to apply on whatever side you're going to use to apply. Try to always stay to that side so there isn't glue on the other side. Like mine has glue on the other side, so it's a little sticky, but not that big of a deal. There are some tips that I do want you guys to like know, which one of them like I have to just show you so you can see it, which is like, you know, how I prep it. But when you are rolling it, you want to make sure that before you start like rolling it like this, when it's on your hair, you want to actually squeeze down on it tight and then roll it slowly and then start to roll it faster. It's kind of like, it's a weird technique. It's kind of weird to explain. I don't see a lot of pro stylists on YouTube or on Instagram or anything like that showing it off. You know how they are. They always want to like, come to my class, pay me $800 and I'll tell you how I do it, which fine, whatever. But that's just the way that I've been doing it is I'll flatten the bead out, which I'll show you right now before I apply it. But I'll flatten it out, I'll put it on a strip of like my hair and I'll squeeze it tight and then start to roll it slowly and then faster. If you put the bead on your hair, if you put the tip on your hair and it's too hot, when you try to roll it, it's just gonna stick to your fingers. So try not to do that. And yeah, you kind of want to wait till it's like this lukewarm, not lukewarm, but it's kind of like warm before you start rolling. That's really the biggest things that I would say you guys need to kind of be cautious of or be super aware of. But other than that, it's really just trial and error. This is my first time applying these, so it's not as if like I'm amazing at it or anything like that. But I do like it, so I just wanted to show you guys what I was doing. Okay, I'm gonna move you guys in so you guys can see how to do it. Okay, so we're back on my dirty desk. This is my flat iron. It's covered in glue. Make sure when you guys are doing this, you're in a well-ventilated room. The glue stinks so bad, so make sure you're in a super well-ventilated room. I'm gonna show you guys how I do this. I have to do it. I'm like trying to think of like how to do this. But anyways, so make sure it's hot. It's definitely hot. So this is my I-tip. As you can see, it is pointy. If you buy a square one, it's obviously going to be square. But what I'm going to do is press it over here and basically reactivate the glue until it's more of a square. So now it's basically a square, and this is how I would apply it to my hair. Now let's say I'm applying it to a really small section of hair, like just some thin pieces, maybe around the perimeter or somewhere. If I need the bead to be smaller while it's hot, I'm just going to separate the hair. And now I have two separate pieces. So if I have a really small section of hair that I want to apply to, or especially if you have short hair and you're trying to kind of apply, you know, some smaller pieces closer to your leave out, you're going to want to use small pieces. Like this is a pretty good piece right here. You can actually even go smaller than this if you want. By now it's like super cool, but if you needed a piece smaller than this, you can make them as small as you need to. You can make them small enough to be like micro pieces. When it's in the square position, that's when I will apply it to my head. So I'm gonna bring you guys back out so you can actually see me apply this small piece to a part of my hair that's really close to the perimeter. Okay, hey, super close. So I'm gonna apply a small piece right here. I don't really need to, but I'm just gonna do it just for demonstration purposes. Half of these keratin tips are new and half of them are old. Some of these I applied the first time around. Like all of these are my new ones that I applied last night. So like they're pretty clean, pretty decent sectioning for first time use. I definitely used a lot of hair because I was tired and I was ready to go to sleep. And then here are my like clip-ins in the back. Probably fit in like a little clip-in back there, but it's fine. But yeah, these up top are my older keratin pieces. So they're a little bit messier, not as clean, but first time. So we're not doing bad. So I'm just gonna section out the part as well as I can. And if you have thinning hair, or if you have, you know, just a part of your hair where you just have less hair, or it's a little bit tender there or anything, you know, like, you know your hair, you know what I'm trying to say. This is really where you want to apply those micro pieces. Like, don't be afraid to make your keratin piece as small as you need to. If you buy them square, you can simply cut them. If you make them your own, you just have to separate the glue. But they are amazing when you can like make them tiny like that, which is really cool. It's like a really cool thing to be able to do with your pieces. I'm trying to see. This part's really thin, so I don't want to mess with it. That's the part, if you guys remember when I said I had to take out my sew-in, that's part of that hair, so I don't want to mess with it too much. This is pretty good. Just gonna like clean up my sectioning as best as I can. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with this section. I'm like pulling on it, it's not too tender, so I know it's okay. I'm going to place it into my safety disc, and I always want to make sure I fill up that safety disc. Not so much that it's overflowing, but just so it's filled up. There we go. And then when you apply these, you don't want to apply them as close as possible to your root. You know, like I'm not going to try and put it right there. I'm going to try and put it right here. Like this is where I want the beginning of the keratin tip to be. And the reason for that is so that you're not pulling on all your strands and it's not so much tension. When it's way too much tension, it's painful. It doesn't feel good. Trust me, you don't want to do it. So I'm going to apply this tiny piece. I don't think there's enough glue on here. So if you make them yourselves, you're going to have to troubleshoot some stuff, which is pretty normal. But I'm actually going to drop one of the little keratin. Hope you guys didn't hear that. I'm going to drop one of my little keratin beads on there, just to like give it some extra glue. When there isn't enough glue, the bond will not stick to the hair and it'll feel hollow inside. Like when you rub it together, it'll feel like it's just hollow, like nothing's solid, and you want that bead to be solid when you place it. So If that's happening, you just don't have enough glue, just go back, add a keratin bead, and you should be good to go. If you buy these yourself, you buy them pre-made, you should be fine. But I mean, you can always get a keratin bead just to be safe. So I'm going to apply this. And then before I start rubbing, I'm actually going to push it down into the hair. And that, when I'm doing that, I can also feel how hot it is. So if I'm touching the glue when I'm pressing into the hair and it's way too hot, I know it's way too hot to start rolling. And as you can see, there's a little piece of the, see where it's not like, it's not connected. I'm gonna go back, reheat that. That was a little bit too hot. I should have waited a few more seconds, but just reheat it and start rolling it again. And now it's all perfectly flat. Sorry, my camera's trying to figure out what to focus on, but now it's all perfectly flat. Nothing's sticking up. There's no tension on my hair because I used a smaller section. I used a small bead for it, so it doesn't feel heavy. And this is how it should look. You can make the pieces even smaller. You don't have to make them super big. You can make them unique for each sizing. Now, on the bottom here, right here, which one? It's this one. You see how big this bead is? Maybe you can't see. Hold on. Okay, there you go. See how big that bead is? Yeah. What did he buy? Oh. Okay, well, let me finish recording, Mom. Here we go, perfect piece. Let me see how that even blends. Like, I bet that blends really well. Yep. Basically invisible. Basically, not totally. Like, my hair is a little overtoned, so. But yeah. So that's how I've been applying my hair pieces, you guys. Nothing crazy. Honestly, there's a bunch of videos on YouTube about how to do this. So I'm saying, like, it's not really a tutorial. It's more like just me showing you guys what I've been doing with my hair in case you guys have been curious. But next, let's go ahead and style this hair. I am going to play some clips. Actually, let me move you guys back. You guys are so close. Okay, I can't remember how I had the camera, so hopefully it's not too off center. It kind of feels like it is though, like, eee. So that's how I've been applying my K-tips. I'm gonna do a removal video. Like, when it's time for these to come out, I'm gonna do a removal video. They should last me about 8 weeks, so next year I'll do a removal video. I'll show you guys what I'm using, all those products and things like that. As you guys know, I have clip-ins in the back, which they look okay, not gonna lie. Like, my hair is really short, so blending long with short is hard. If you know, you know. Especially when you have blonde hair, it's just like you can see all the flaws, like can't hide in the darkness. At the top, I have tape ins. And what I've been wanting to do, like, here are my tape ins, but what I've been wanting to do is like special order long tape ins that like fit right here instead of like having two pieces. Cause I just hate the way it feels when they kind of like hit each other. It just kind of like drives me crazy. But okay, I'm gonna go and get, actually, I'm gonna hot comb first. spicy. Hairspray, Pump It Up is the best, but any hairspray will do. Straight got my forehead with that one. I'm gonna brush it in first, then come in with the curling iron. And because I have my tape-ins on top, like my tape-ins are my most top layer, I don't have to worry about like the heat from the flat iron reactivating the bonds of the keratin tips or anything. All right, and there you go. You can like see the difference. Nice and smooth on top. Obviously it's not like super flat because the hair is kinky straight, so there's always going to be some volume to it. It's never just going to be super flat on top, but you know, close enough. Look at that little piece just like hanging out in the back, just having a good time. Go down. Who asked you to be up? I'm gonna do the same for back there too. There we go, nice and flat. And also the hairspray that I'm using also has heat protectant on it. This is the Kenra Platinum heat block spray, so it does double up as a heat protectant, but you should use one like an oil-based one and then this if you feel like you need it. I'm not using any crazy heat, so I'm just using that and I feel okay. Did y'all see me jump? I hit myself a little bit. It kind of jumped. Oh, I didn't hold the curl at all. And I'm just like, it'll be perfect. Good enough. Honestly, on a regular day, this is probably how I would do my hair. Like, I'd really just like recurl the front, call it a day. I do like to have this like little M sign. There we go, sleek. So yeah, this is how I've been doing my hair. Let me zoom you guys all the way back so you guys can get a really good look at the final result. All right guys, so this is the final result of my hair. It's a very much a did. Can you see that track? Kind of, but yeah, so this is how I've been doing my hair for like the past month and just kind of like putting more on it and growing and learning more. Do I recommend this style for everyone? No. I don't think the style is for everyone. I don't even know if it's for anyone but me, but I don't know. I just like, in case anyone else was kind of like, is anyone else doing this? Or if someone else had this idea and they just wanted to see if someone else has done it and how it looks, I'm doing it. I personally really enjoy it. I really like that I can take out my clip-ins. I can take them out as I need to. I can wash my hair. I can wash the clip-ins. I love that part about having clip-ins. I think if you had a half wig, like right where I have my clip-ins, if you know, like you made a half wig and you sewed it down, I think you would get the same benefits if clip-ins aren't really your thing. If you do decide to go the clip-in route, I really recommend that you get the flat clip-ins. The seamless weft is what they're called. I don't know why I said flat. I had a brain fart. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I really recommend that you get the seamless ones. I think they just give the best experience when wearing clip-ins. It makes the back of my head feel like there's nothing there. Like even when I have flat sew-ins, I can still feel the track of the sew-in, even if the sew-in is as flat as possible. With the seamless weft clips, it feels like nothing back there. Like it just feels like a smooth bald head. So I really like that. One thing though, if you do get the seamless clips, whoever you get them from, make sure you seal the knots on the clip-ins, because the way that they sew it in, sometimes the knots aren't always secure. So always seal your knots on your clip-ins with super glue, just to make sure that nothing's coming undone, nothing's moving, you know, and you don't have to worry about trying to re-sew them because it's a mess. For the eye tips or the keratin tips and the tape-ins, I love it. There are some things that I do want to improve on. Like I said before, getting tape-ins that are longer instead of having two short ones. I don't like that. I think also next time I'll try to get the, what is it called? I want to say there's seamless tape-ins where it doesn't look like a normal tape-in. It kind of looks like the hair is coming out from on top of the tape-in, so that it just kind of blends more. They usually cost a little bit more as well, but I think it'll just give me an overall better experience, especially when having like shorter hair on top. But outside of that, I love it. I absolutely love it. I think this is great for someone who has a lot of extra hair left over. Like if you have 3 bundles of hair left over and you're kind of trying to figure out what you can do, I think this is a great move, especially if all your leftover hair is like wefted hair. You can easily turn that into clip-ins, and the rest you can turn into keratin tips. And for the tape-ins, if you have long enough hair, you don't have to worry about it. Or if you have shorter hair, you can just go on, like I would say, just go onto Amazon and get like a cheap, you know, bundle of hair, because it's so limited. Like I have 4 pieces of tape-ins on each side. Like, come on now. Like it's really not worth buying a whole new fresh pack of premium grade hair just for 4 tape-ins. So yeah, this is how I've been wearing my hair. I know this video was messy, kind of all over the place. But I haven't filmed in a while, so I hope you guys enjoy it nonetheless. You know when you get an itch in your nose really bad? I'm gonna cut that out the video. Because the way I just itched my nose, disgusting. But yeah, that's basically it. I have a ton of videos I need to edit. I have a new computer so I can actually edit my videos again. I have a new setup that I'm trying out. I think it's working. It feels like it works. It feels like it's okay. That's basically it. I will see you guys next time. I have no idea what video I'm gonna do next, but hopefully remember when I said it'll be sooner than 3 months ago? Yeah, that was fun. All right guys, well, I'll see you next time. Bye.